Hey peeps, this is Miss Morell with your video recap for 8th grade science for Wednesday, September 23rd and Thursday, September 24th. We just finished the motion post-test, so we've wrapped up our study of motion, and now we're going to begin our discussion on the laws that explain that motion. So we started off with a quick video of a woman on a subway having a little trouble as the subway came to a stop and she kept going. So you can see she kept moving forward as the subway came to a stop. The tendency of an object to want to continue doing what it was already doing, whether that is moving or standing still, is what we call inertia. And so we began talking about Newton's first law, also known as the law of inertia. Newton's first law of motion states that an object in motion will stay in motion, an object at rest will stay at rest, unless acted on by an unbalanced force. And we remember from our forces conversation that unbalanced forces are what cause a change in motion. So what's happening is the forces, the unbalanced forces that cause that change in motion are causing that object to overcome its inertia, its tendency to do what it was already doing. So we had some picture representations. We had the definition of inertia, tendency to resist change. Really important. The more mass an object has, the greater its inertia. So an elephant has a lot more inertia than a human because it has a lot more mass than a human. That means it's a lot harder to change the motion of an elephant than it is to change the motion of a human. It takes a lot more force. And that's actually what we're going to touch on with Newton's second law. All right. Further down on the page, some crash test dummy examples of inertia. If you haven't watched these yet, please do. They're very clear examples of Newton's first law. Football. This was really interesting to watch, NFL Science, because this talks about how the inertia of the players affects the game of football. And I don't know about you, but I used to wonder, like, how on earth can a 330 pound guy be an effective athlete? Well, it's because of their inertia. It's really, really hard to change what they are doing. So if you've got a 330 pound lineman, his inertia is pretty tough to overcome, which makes him a valuable player. And then we asked you to click here to learn more. And there were some really great questions at the end of this assignment to help you check your understanding of the law of inertia right here under test yourself. So if you haven't done those questions, please go back and do them because they're very, very helpful to make sure that you understand this material. So in class, we reviewed all of that. And then the pre-work in class, or the actual work in class, we reviewed all of that. We looked at a rider on a horse jump, and we talked about it. We analyzed it, what's going on here. I'm going to play a little bit of it. You can
watch the video below and click data on what is happening. You can just jot down bullets or notes or even draw a diagram in your ISN if that helps. You'll probably have to watch video more than once during your data collection.
So here comes the horse and here comes the rider. Right now, they are both moving at the same speed, the same velocity, but there's a sudden change, and inertia causes the rider to continue what she was already doing, which causes her to leave the back of the horse. So I'll let it play one more time. There you go. All right. So then we asked you to answer a couple of questions about that. Where did she land? Why? Would she land in the same place if she had more mass or less mass? Is this video similar to the video of the woman on the subway? So these are some questions for you to answer if you haven't already, to get you thinking about inertia. And then we did a fun egg spinning demo in class. There's a video right here if you want to go back and watch that. Interesting video of a dinosaur on a trampoline. And then we asked you to complete a learning check. This is for a grade. Please go back and complete this learning check if you haven't. And then the independent work for Monday and Tuesday is to complete the warm-ups homework. We're calling that warm-up submission now, just to avoid any confusion. So this is your homework based on the warm-up questions for the week. On the video, the explanation video, the question about the baseball being thrown up into the air, the video is incorrect. The video, I believe, chooses choice C that shows the whole arc of motion. The question's only asking you about its return, the second half of the arc of motion. So I believe it's choice B, graph B on the question, but it's the one with the downward slope. And then we asked you to read the Canvas page about Newton's second law and be prepared for class. Watch the video, take the practice quiz. So there is an explanation for what we did in class on Wednesday and Thursday of last week. Hope this gets you where you need to be. Thank you for listening.